Alright, so welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. We're currently on the festival day, so we're exploring all these lovely festivals. Or setups or whatever. Welcome to Class 2 Stella Garden. If you've ever wanted to walk through a beautiful garden underneath a blanket of stars, here's the place to do so. It's been specifically designed for pairs, so make sure you choose a special someone before you come inside. Who should I ask to join me? Well, a special someone, that's gotta be Crow. Come on, Crow. Oh, I maybe should have picked instructor Sarah, actually. Oh well. We'll see what Crow says when I invite him. Dang. Hey, this ain't half bad. Props on pulling off a fancy garden or indoors. Fancy doesn't begin to describe it. This is incredible. Class 2 really outdid themselves. Yeah, turning the ceiling into a starry sky was a nice touch too. I hear that this ain't even half of it. There's some device you can turn on further in to make it even better. How about we go find it? Sure thing. I like how there's like couples here. So Crow, are we taking our relationship one step further too? There it is. Looks like we're done. I wonder if this is the device you were talking about. I put my money on it. Let's turn this thing on. Okay, here goes. Isn't that something? I wasn't expecting it to be so stunning. But seriously, man, they built this place to literally put stars in pretty ladies' eyes. And to think you'd go and invite me. I mean, I'm touched, really, but look at the girls in our class. You could have had your pick. Maybe, but what's the problem with the two of us hanging out? Besides, it's not as though I saw you marching in here with a girl on each arm. Lies and slander. I'll have you know that the ladies can't get enough of me. I've been asked out so many times that I've started to lose count. I gotta admit, you do seem like you'd be pretty popular. But didn't you say Angelica stole all your girlfriends away from you? You just had to remember that little tiny detail, didn't you? Wonder what Angelica's up to right now anyway. Who knows? We don't even know if she'll be able to make it here. Buck up, kiddo. The only thing you should be worried about is finding a girl of your own before she comes back and steals them all. Maybe, but I don't know if I really want to rush into anything right now. I like things the way they are. I'm happy just hanging out with you and the rest of Class 7 here at the Academy. The naivety of youth. And you don't get to be a kid forever, so take advantage of it while you can. The next year is going to be over in a blink. You don't want to know how many guys I saw break down in tears once they realized the good times were all gone. But if you do, I can provide you names and dramatic recreations of the ways they cried, to drive the point home. No thanks, I'm good. Over in a blink, huh? That carries a lot of weight coming from you. Damn right it does. I mean it though. What you've got going with Class 7, you don't find that every day. Some people never do. You might not realize it yet, but it's a rare treat to be surrounded by people you like, all working towards something great. You're right, Crow. We are really lucky. And the next thing we've got to work towards is the success of our concert. That means I'll be counting on you. You're not out of the woods yet, old man. Hey, now we're talking. Likewise. Maybe I should come back to this place with Sarah. Or Elisa. Never figured I'd have so much fun in there with another guy. Still, that wasn't half bad. Thanks for the invite. Later. See you around. Alright. Alright, let's go back in here. Can we go again? Let's see if Instructor Sarah's up for it. Whoa. So this is the Stella Garden, huh? Real ornate for a student project. This isn't even half of it. They've set up something even nicer farther in. Think we should head in deeper? Alrighty, let's get moving. As we walk slowly through this indoor garden. I hope the other students don't look at me and came in here with a guy, now I'm coming in here with an instructor. All the gossip that must be going on right now. Looks like we're out of road. In that case, it's time to switch this on. Wow, this is something else. I'm more impressed every time I see it. I'm kind of impressed by how much work they put into making a realistic starry sky. Almost makes me want to crack open a few beers and start stargazing. All roads lead to alcohol for you, don't they? I hate to say it, but you're kind of killing the ambience. Oh, and just what kind of ambience am I killing here? Just what do you think would happen when you got a beautiful young woman like me into a place like this? Nothing in particular. Besides, it's not like anything could happen with all these other people around. Oh, well, perhaps we should take this somewhere a little more private? You're just trying to mess with me now, aren't you? You got me. But I can't help it, you gotta stop being so fun to tease. Sure, blame the victim. The only time you even border on acting mature is when you're faking someone out. What do you mean by the only time? I'm so mature and reliable, I'm reliably mature. Right. You're the kind of woman who's mature enough to shove all of her work onto students like me and Toa. And you are reliable. We can rely on you to spend your days off drinking till you're 3 sheets to the wind. It makes sense that the vice principal is always going berserk on you. If all that wasn't so true, I'd almost be offended. Still, even though it doesn't seem that way, I've always got your back. We know. How could we not? You're always there to lend us a hand when it really counts. That's why Toa and I are always putting up with your unreasonable demands. We know you care about us, and we feel the same. You set me up for that, didn't you? When did this happen? I'm the one who's supposed to tease you, not the other way around. Now we're even. That said, everything I mentioned is true, so if it makes you think a little about your life choices, all the better. You're more sadistic than I thought you were. Geez, how'd I wind up with such a troublemaker in my class? I learned it from the best. Aw, wasn't that cute? I think Rena and Instructor Sarah should hook up. Yep. He's only like, what, 5 years older? I don't know. That was nicer than I expected. They really brought their A game with the decorations. Thanks for inviting me. It was good to have a little one-on-one time with you. Catch you later. Sounds good. And it's getting pretty late. I've got one ticket left. I better use it wisely. And with one ticket left, we've also got one more request we've got to do. I believe it's at the old schoolhouse building. Excuse me, mind if I ask what you're doing here? Not at all. I'm waiting for my daughter and younger brother. We agreed to meet in front of the main building, but they're running very late. Isn't this the woman we went to go find a cat for? And I think her daughter is Mint. Yeah, and Makarov? Oh, I know you. I know you. We met you in Ruhr. I bet they've gotten lost somewhere. Both of them can be pretty careless. This is actually the old schoolhouse, not the main building. You know, she looks familiar. Oh, right, she's related to Instructor Makarov, isn't she? I met her back in Ruhr. He gave me a compass and told me to find my way directly north from the station. But before I knew it, I was lost in the middle of the woods. Getting out of there was no small feat, I tell you. See, this is why I can't trust a word he says. Imagine leading your own sister into the wilderness like this. This conversation is going nowhere. Well, would you like me to call for Instructor Makarov? Oh, would you do that for me? Please do. He's always getting lost and showing up late. Hopefully you can find him and set him up the right path over here. Oh, please wait a moment then. And this part is very important. Do not, under any circumstances, move from this spot. The old school itself can be dangerous too, so please don't try to go inside while you're here. Okay. There he is. Excuse me, instructor. Could I have a moment? Something wrong. Funny that you'd ask. Sorry, Mary. I've got to deal with this right now. Of course. Is there a problem? You could say that. Figured she wouldn't show when there was no sign of her this afternoon. Really didn't think she'd pop up this evening. How long has she been wandering around? Maybe I should leave her be and pretend you never said anything. I have a feeling that would just make the problem worse. Probably. Guess I'll go get this over with then. Thanks for the heads up. Sorry she got you mixed up in all this. It was no problem at all. Just try not to keep her waiting too long. Alright. Well, I guess that's it then, right? I guess, just seems like there's still stuff to do. Oh well. Let's go. So I think there's only one event we didn't do, so we'll invite Elisa to do it. I think it's like the tea or something. On the first floor of the main building. Welcome to Class 4's Eastern Tea House, Miyabi. Surround yourself in exotic Eastern atmosphere as you try our delicious tea and balance it with our sweets. Please come in and relax for a while. I'm gonna bring Elisa. Let's see if Elisa's up for it. Of course she is. No one says no to Reen. Not even Instructor Sarah. Wow, so this is Eastern architecture. I can't say for sure, but it seems like they put a lot of effort into an accurate recreation. This place is relaxing already. The ambience in here is so nice that the green tea and sweets are almost secondary. Why don't we find a spot to sit down? This is very, very flavorful green tea. I think the sweets bring out its bitterness very nicely. Agreed, what a perfect spot to unwind. There has ever done. I wish she'd give it a try sometime. It does seem like she's always busy. Maybe you should invite her to a place like this sometime? Are you kidding me? Inviting grandfather would be one thing, but mother? Not happening. I didn't mean right now or anything. Things might still be a bit too rocky. But you want her to take a break from all the work she's doing, right? I'm sure you'll have a chance to treat her to a break someday. You're her daughter, after all. I suppose you're right. I just have to hope that a little rest won't kill her. I hate to butt in when you lovebirds are chirping, but it's fortune-telling time. Even though it was cut off a bit, but I could still read it, so it's fine. What my sister's trying to say is we're sorry to intrude on your conversation, but would you like to draw a fortune? Draw a fortune, isn't that? If you're about to say part of Eastern culture, you nailed it. You pray to the goddess and she tells you your fortune. It's a special bonus service we're offering to those of you who use your precious tickets to come in here. Ooh, that sounds like fun. It sure does. Okay, let's give it a try. Now then, please choose which kind of fortune you'd like to draw. My fortunes are luck-related, hinting at the things your future has in store. And mine are about relationships, telling you about who's gonna set off your fireworks. Rawr. Relationship. Really? You're going with that one? Can you blame me? I'm curious. Aren't you? Well, maybe a little. Fine, I'll get one of those too, alright? Good choice, draw away. So we both drew relationship fortunes. Let's see here. The one with whom you can spend your life with is closer than you think. Pay attention to the feelings of those around you. Mine says you already have a partner in mind. The more misunderstandings and arguments you overcome together, the brighter the flames of love will burn. What's this supposed to mean? I don't know. I'd say we've both got pretty good results. You already have a partner in mind, huh? Who's the lucky guy? How should I know? The fortune said it, not me. Even so, it seems like there's only one guy it could be. Apparently my soulmate is someone close to me. How hilarious would it be if it was someone from our class? Why am I getting so worked up over a guy this dense? Pay attention to the feelings of those around you is right. Did you say something? Nope, you must be hearing things. Anyway, these things are hardly worth paying attention to. Neither of us know what we want out of our lives, so how could some little scrap of paper? The sooner we forget about them, the happier we'll be. Got it? Right. What's she getting so flustered about? Despite the mixed results, they tied their fortunes with all the others at the side of the room. After offering a prayer for good fortune together, they left the classroom. And that should be the end of the festival then. Or at least day one. Fortunes aside, that was really relaxing. The green tea was delicious too. Thank you for inviting me. See you around at the festival. I'm sure. Well, not really, because the festival is done, so probably not.
The first day of the Academy Festival is nearly over. Thank you for coming today, everyone. I hope you'll join us for our second day of festivities. And for all of you prepping tonight for tomorrow's attractions, good luck, and try not to overexert yourselves.
So that's day one over already. That went by really quickly. I should go meet up with everyone. As the day drew to a close, Class 7 gathered in the auditorium to give their instruments and costumes one final check. After they were satisfied everything was ready for the big show, they returned to the dormitory together. Oh, that was so much fun. I wish we could have a festival every week. That might make things a bit too lively around here, but it'd be better than classes and homework. Personally, I was surprised by the variety of different attractions. There was so much to take in. Yeah, the other classes have really put together some impressive events. We're going to have to make extra sure we measure up with our concert. Indeed. Nothing less than our best will cut it tomorrow. The time has come. Huh? What's wrong, Reen? You look startled. Nothing, I think. But I could swear I heard someone calling me just now. Must have been my imagination. Oh, did you blow all those free tickets cuddling with the cuties in the Stella garden? Maybe one of them's all smitten chasing after you like, Reen, baby, here's my number. Call me anytime, day or night. Yeah, I don't think it was that. Anyway, what do you think about the last meeting after dinner tonight? About one last meeting after dinner tonight. I'd like to discuss the details of our third song a little more. Sounds sensible enough to me. Okay, let's roll. Although Emma looks a little concerned. Because she knows more than she's letting on.
Your rank's gone up. Here's a little something from the Academy.
Oh, that's a Master Quartz emblem. We'll have to see if that's any good.
You did really well, Reen.
Why, thank you. Oh, well, I guess we'll continue. Perfect. Yeah, the final song fits in perfectly. I'll bet it'll be quite a surprise for our audience, too. See, what did I tell you? While one doesn't typically attend concerts expecting a deception, they'll never see it coming. I see no harm in a little unpredictability. After all the festival planning, I think people will appreciate something that wasn't part of the program. Now that we've got that settled, it comes down to how much we can pump up the crowd. Well, I've done just about everything we can do. We'll just have to play our hearts out and let fate decide the rest. This is gonna be so much fun! Huh? Is something wrong, Emma? You don't look so hot. You're not starting to feel sick, are you? No, I'm feeling fine. I was just thinking about the latest news I heard about Crossbell. Oh yeah, there's a rumor going around. You're talking about the one involving the International Bank of Crossbell, right? Apparently they've frozen assets to all their foreign accounts. On top of that, you've got the bank's CEO, Dieter Cross, serving as one of Crossbell's two heads of state. He won the mayoral election a few months ago, but even in political office, he stayed on as head of the IBC. I actually met him in person once. Wow, really? Yeah, not on my own though. I was with my mother. The IBC is a long-standing business partner of the Reinford Company. They acted as an intermediary for the Orbital Network, and Arcus projects actually, but he never seemed like the kind of person who'd do anything this extreme. If the IBC really has frozen the bank's international assets, it's going to cause chaos across the entire continent, not just in Erebonia. Could lead to a depression. A pretty big one, too. Some of my family's assets have been hit by the IBC's freeze as well. I just don't get it. If they push their luck too hard with the Empire or the Republic, there won't be a Crossbell state for much longer. So either they're doing all this accepting that could happen, or they've got something else in mind. With all this going on, are your families really going to be able to make it tomorrow? Got a lot of VIP parents in the class who are supposed to show up, right? That's true, it might be rather difficult for them to make it. Given he's on the board of directors, I was expecting my father to at least make an appearance, even if he couldn't stay. Yeah, I don't think my sister will have any trouble making it, but I'm not sure about my dad now. Same situation here, my grandfather should be able to make it, no problem, but my mother? My only family member who will be visiting is my younger brother. Yeah, only my sister will be coming, so nothing to worry about there. Eustace and Laura, you've both got family coming too, right? Right, but considering my father's current position, whether he makes it or not depends more or less on chance and circumstance. I can't really hazard a guess as to whether my brother will be able to make it. Ordinarily, he has a reasonable degree of freedom, but with all that's been going on, he's been quite a busy man. You can save yourself some chronic hand-wriggling. I've just been informed that all of them will be able to make it. Instructor? Is that true? Sure is. They all called the Academy about it earlier today, in fact. The situation in Crossbell isn't so dire that it's going to have an immediate impact here in the Empire. So they decided that the best thing to do is just attend this plan to show everyone it's still business as usual. Well, that's certainly something. I'm actually a bit relieved to hear that. Anyway, never mind that, you've got your big day tomorrow, so I hope you're ready to tear it up on stage. Class 1's got that operetta they're doing, right? I snuck a peek at their rehearsal earlier, and the amount of effort they're putting into the whole production is almost scary. Wait, they're rehearsing today too? It looks like they went straight to the principal to ask for permission, and he made a special exception for them. I figure they just coast along on their family pedigrees, but they're putting their hearts and souls into this. Whatever you guys said, you must have really lit a fire under them. What should we do? Maybe we should have one more rehearsal just in case? Nah, we put in plenty of time. We're as good as we're gonna be for this performance. And more rehearsing would just be redundant. I suppose you're right. If we whip ourselves into a panic and just rehearse until we drop, we might actually be more likely to screw up. You make a good point. In lacrosse, getting good rest before a big match makes a huge difference. I guess it may be best to simply rest for tonight then. We'll need every bit of our strength tomorrow. Yeah, we've done all the work we can. I'm sure a good wind will blow on us. I'm impressed. You guys are a lot calmer than I thought you'd be. And here I was, all ready to lecture you if you seriously suggested rehearsing at this time of night. Instructor. We wouldn't have even thought to do it if you hadn't come barging in here trying to scare us by telling us about Class 1. She's just sulking because she feels left out. That's a dirty lie and you know it. Hey, what's that sound? Why are they ringing the bell this late? Hold up. It's not the school's bell. Can't remember ever hearing one like this around here before. Now that you mention it, it does sound different from the bell we normally hear. Wait. No, it couldn't be. This is the bell we heard in Lohengrin Castle, isn't it? It is the same sound, I'm sure of it. That's impossible, and yet... What's going on, you guys? Lohengrin is that old castle in Legram, isn't it? Yeah, the one you told us that ghost story about? It seems like things just took a turn for the strange. And I have a feeling I know where this lonesome bell is tolling from. Come with me if you're curious. It's probably from the old schoolhouse if I had to guess. Yep, I didn't figure it'd be the main building's bell. Wait, that would mean... And it's got that glow, too. I knew it. Let's go take a closer look. What's going on? Where are they off to at this hour, and where's that bell toll coming from? Huh, they're all already here, kind of investigating.
What is this?
Seems like there's some kind of force field. No idea what's powering it, though.
Oh my! There's something very strange about this. Very strange indeed. This academy may have been founded by Emperor Dreikels, but this particular building dates back long before even his time, I believe.
Principal Van Dyke, what are you all doing here?
Rean?
Ah, and Sarah's with you too!
So, you've come.
What's going on here?
I'm sure you heard the tolling of the bell earlier. Apparently, as soon as that started, this barrier appeared. We've had several students testify that was the case, at any rate.
Looks like it's covering the entire building.
I tried the direct approach and hit it with a hammer, but it just absorbed the impact. Wow.
So it's some sort of field that negates any physical force applied to it?
We've known from the beginning that this building was one big mystery, but it seems we didn't realize just how big.
Want me to call out Lammy and have him smash through?
Don't bother. It'd just be a repeat of what happened in Lohengrin Castle.
Yeah, nothing we tried could even scratch that barrier. And this one seems a lot like it.
Gather the staff for an emergency meeting. I'm afraid we'll have to prepare for the worst.
Yes, sir.
And I think with that, we'll take a break right here. So next time we'll see what's going on with the old schoolhouse. As always, thanks for watching.